Are you the clown or the spectator? Who are you? Stop. Before you decide this video is not about you, answer one brutal question. When was the last time you felt completely real? Not impressive, not funny, not smart, not invisible. Real. In every room, there are two dominant roles, the clown and the spectator. The clown performs, the spectator watches. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Both are hiding. And if you don't understand which role you're trapped in, you will keep living a life that feels slightly off, slightly fake, slightly empty. Stay until the end. Because the secret I'm going to share isn't motivational fluff. It explains why you feel exhausted even when nothing is wrong in your life. Let's begin. The clown, addicted to applause. The clown is not just the funny one. The clown is the one who cannot tolerate silence. They enter a room and instantly scan for reaction. Who's smiling? Who's impressed? Who's paying attention? The clown survives on feedback. They joke about their pain. They exaggerate their personality. They overachieve. They overshare. They overdo everything. Why? Because if they stop performing, they're terrified. No one will stay. The clown believes love must be earned through entertainment. Maybe you're not telling jokes. Maybe you're the strong one, the positive one, the successful one, the one who always gives advice. Different costume, same stage. Here's the cost. You never rest. You don't even know who you are when no one is watching. And deep down, you resent the audience because they clap, but they don't really know you. If this hurts, good. That means we're getting close to something real. The spectator. Safe, but unlived. Now let's talk about the spectator. The spectator looks calm, observant, rational, but look deeper. They sit on the edge of life. They analyze, they judge, they criticize, they scroll. They watch other people take risks, other people speak, other people fail, other people shine, and they whisper to themselves, "Not me." The spectator is afraid of exposure, not because they're weak, but because at some point, being visible felt dangerous. So they learned safety. Stay quiet, stay small, stay unnoticed. The spectator tells themselves they're choosing peace. But in truth, they're choosing avoidance. And avoidance slowly turns into regret. You cannot build a life from the sidelines. At some point, watching becomes a slow form of self-betrayal. The brutal truth. Both roles are defenses. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. The clown and the spectator are not personalities. They are defense mechanisms. The clown protects against rejection. If I entertain you, you won't leave. The spectator protects against humiliation. If I don't try, I can't fail. Both are intelligent strategies. Both were probably necessary at some point in your life. But what protects you at 12 can imprison you at 35. If you're exhausted, anxious, or chronically dissatisfied, it's not because you're broken. It's because you are overusing a role that was meant to be temporary. The clown burns out. The spectator fades out. Neither feels fulfilled. Because fulfillment requires something terrifying. Being seen without performance. Acting without guarantees. The hidden cost. You split yourself. Here's the deeper layer most people miss. When you live as the clown, you split yourself into the performer and the hidden self. When you live as the spectator, you split yourself into the thinker and the unlived life. And every split drains energy. That's why you feel tired, even when you did nothing. Internal conflict is exhausting. You want connection, but you perform. You want impact, but you hide. You want freedom, but you choose safety. You are fighting yourself. And no one wins that war. The real tragedy isn't that you're a clown or that you're a spectator. The tragedy is that you forgot you're allowed to step off the stage entirely. Leave the role. Here's the secret. You don't fix this by becoming a better clown or a braver spectator. You fix this by refusing the role. Silence without panic. Visibility without performance. Action without certainty. Start small. The clown must learn to say less, to let silence breathe, to stop explaining, to disappoint someone, and survive it. The spectator must learn to risk something tiny, to speak once, to choose before feeling ready, to tolerate discomfort. Growth is not dramatic, it's repetitive courage. And here's what changes when you leave the role. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing exposure. You start feeling solid inside. Not loud, not flashy, solid. You become someone who doesn't need the audience and doesn't hide from the stage. That's freedom. Not confidence, not success. Freedom. So I'll ask you again. Are you the clown or the spectator? Or are you finally ready to be neither? If this video hits something inside you, don't just nod and move on. Reflect. Where are you performing? Where are you hiding? And what would one small act of honesty look like this week? If you're ready to go deeper into this kind of psychological work, subscribe. Not for motivation, but for clarity. Because the moment you stop performing and stop hiding, you don't become louder. You become real, and that changes everything.